Hello everyone, my name is Alex Shagir, and I'm an epic fantasy writer. My debut epic fantasy novel, Breaking, is out now, and you can order from my website linked in the description. I encourage you to also check out my other videos related to my own writing and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so to stay tuned for my book releases and other epic fantasy content. Again, there will be a link in the description to my website should you want further information about me and about my books. I've decided to work my way through reading fantasy writings, beginning with what are generally considered the oldest works of fantasy. The first one on the list is Gilgamesh. The Epic of Gilgamesh is one of the oldest surviving works of literature, dating back to ancient Mesopotamia around 2100 BC. It follows Gilgamesh, the powerful and restless king of Uruk, whose arrogance leads the gods to create Enkidu, a wild man who becomes his closest friend. That's all I'll say for now, in case you have not read the story. I haven't yet either, and would like to read it through your first time while listening to this series. The version of Gilgamesh I'll be reading from is written by Stephen Mitchell. Mitchell's version is a poetic and accessible adaptation that forms Gilgamesh into a cohesive and engaging narrative. Rather than a literal translation, Stephen weaves multiple sources together, filling in gaps where it makes sense while maintaining the essence of the original. He keeps the heart of the story while using modern language to enhance the emotions contained within the story. This version is very accessible for modern readers, containing a prologue and 11 books. I'll be reviewing each section of the book in 12 different episodes. One final note before jumping into the prologue of the book. I am not a scholar on ancient civilizations and writings. While I may comment on something relating to ancient societies or writings, my review and analysis on Gilgamesh will mostly focus on the story being told for what it is, an epic fantasy tale, rather than examining it with an eye of a historian. I'm fully confident as well that I will mispronounce names from the book. After all, I'm neither a scholar, a linguist, nor a historian, just a mere epic fantasy lover and writer. With the introduction out of the way, let us dive into the Epic of Gilgamesh. He had seen everything, had experienced all emotions. These are the first words in the prologue to Gilgamesh. The prologue, which is only a page long, really builds up Gilgamesh, crediting him with rebuilding the holy Ienna temple and the walls of the city of Uruk. What the prologue does that I really think draws the reader in is giving sweeping details of Uruk, with its temple, its size and beauty, the gardens and trees that encompass it and are within it, and all the bustling marketplaces and streets and other locales. Then the writer speaks directly to us, the reader. Find the cornerstone, and under it the copper box that is marked with his name. Unlock it. Open the lid. Take out the tablet of lapis lazuli. Read how Gilgamesh suffered all and accomplished all. I really enjoyed the prologue. I didn't know what it would be like reading such an old fantasy epic, and it reads as well as a well-structured opening should. It gives the reader this grand presentation of Gilgamesh, the temple, and the city that he restored, and all the beauty and offerings that the city contains. It then narrows in on the cornerstone and invites us, the reader, to open the box, take out the tablet, and read for yourself the story of Gilgamesh and how everything around you, everything that was just described, came to be. This really sucked me into the world and story to take a front row seat right from the very beginning. An excellent lesson I took from the prologue is bringing the reader into the story early to make them feel a part of the world, something different, something exciting. Before even getting into the actual start of the story, the writer has already welcomed me into the setting and world, sat me down, and readied me to bring the story of Gilgamesh to life. That completes the short prologue to the Epic of Gilgamesh. In the next episode, I'll be reviewing and giving my thoughts on Book 1. If you've made it this far into the video, I encourage you to like this video and even drop a comment if you'd like to add to the discussion. If you haven't yet already, please consider subscribing to stay up to date on all my videos, including announcements and discussions for my own epic fantasy books and series. You can also subscribe to my newsletter on my website, again, linked in the description, for monthly updates. There's also a contact form out there, and again, if you haven't ordered Breaking yet, it is out now, so feel free to go ahead and order that. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much for your support. Looking forward to getting more into this series. So again, thank you, and I will see you next time.